Risky behavior.
The views and opinions expressed on this channel are solely those of the host and guest and are intended for entertainment and discussion purposes only. This channel does not promote bias, hatred, or discrimination of any kind. All questions posed and thoughts shared are part of a critical thinking exercise and are not meant to offend or judge any individual or group. We encourage respectful dialogue and love for all. Please remember to think critically and engage thoughtfully. We aim to foster a positive and inclusive community where everyone feels welcome. Thank you for being a part of Risky Behavior ENT.
Risky behavior.
Yo, what's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Welcome back. The video you see on the screen is a preview to what we're about to watch, along with some news clips. Today, we're talking about public humiliation, seeking justice through social media. This is Risky Behavior ENT along with Beware the Messenger. I love doing Beware the Messenger because the messenger can literally it could be anyone, right? And the messenger for today are people who seek to get justice for something they feel like a crime, something wrong was done to them. And they think that by exposing the other person, they will somehow, some way get some bit of, I guess, personal justice, closure for themselves. Correct? Now I'm going to start shortly, and I'm not going to hold anybody up. I do want to say, if you're watching the video, please thumb up, like, and share. Put me in the algorithm. I don't ask for nobody, no money, or anything like that. Just ask that you show a little love because it's free to do it. I got my homie in the building, the Prince of Petty. What up, man?
What it do? What it do, bruh? What it do? What's up?
Ah, man, nothing much. I see you working hard.
Oh yeah, bro. Man, they getting that workout me today, bro. I ain't even on the road, man. I'm local at the yard, spotting, moving trailers and all that nonsense and everything, bro. Another
Oh,
day.
man, you got some free time, man. I wasn't sure when you was hopping on. I was like, let me knock this public humiliation out of the way.
Oh, nah, it's all good, bro. Watching anything regarding humiliation is funny to me.
It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I got this idea, man. I said, man, people be so quick to publicly humiliate somebody. They never think about the consequences. All they think about is whatever personal, whatever they feel like they might have been slighted and stuff. And they just go off of that and they put these themselves in these dangerous situations or end up embarrassing themselves.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. You can allocate that to a lot of our co-parenting situations and custody situations and things of that matter. You know, a lot of these mothers who actually file documents against the father and stuff. You know, they try to bury this dude with litigation and everything, but then he the one that ends up with custody because he buries her and publicly embarrasses her ass.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna give my first spiel so we can hop on to it.
Bet.
All right. So this is the intro. You should never try to expose or publicly embarrass someone because doing so can have unpredictable and potentially dangerous consequences. People don't all react the same way to being shamed, and some may respond with aggression, legal action, or retaliation that puts you in harm's way. Public humiliation can push someone emotionally over the edge, especially if they're already dealing with personal struggles you know nothing about. Even if your intentions are rooted in a sense of justice, the method of exposure can backfire, leading to chaos, conflict, or even violence that could have been avoided. What's worse is that if you haven't done proper research or verified your facts, you risk destroying someone's reputation based on false information. Once something is made public, it's hard to undo the damage, even if you're wrong. In a world where rumors spread fast and truth comes second to sensation, acting recklessly could not only harm the person you're targeting, but also ruin your own credibility. It's always wiser to approach situations with caution, gather the full story, and handle conflicts privately when possible. You never know who you're really dealing with or what kind of storm you might provoke. Let's get it. Bum, bum, bum. So, anyway, shout out to Kendra G. She does these shows, and I love to take advantage of them. Um, I want to apologize in advance if you see me pause. It's because the internet was acting stupid, but I think I got it where we need to be. Young lady calls onto the Kendra G show to give an update to a guy she met on the from coming on the online dating show, but she used it as an opportunity to not just give an update, but to expose the guy. The problem is she was wrong, and she ended up disrespecting herself.
Oh, that's diabolical right there.
It's hilarious. But I want to give a clue. That ain't what he said his name was.
It wasn't.
That ain't what the man said his name was. But she's here to expose him. She says he was on his page and he appeared to add somebody's page because she thinks he's so dumb that he added the page of the person whose identity he was trying to steal. It didn't make any sense to her, it confused her. I'm gonna continue playing, but I don't know if you were wondering, do you think she asked him about this to get any clarification?
I'm more than positive, and I'm sorry this might come off bad to the viewers or whatever the case, but she's black. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no, she didn't investigate properly at all. But let's just say she did, for the sake of the argument. Marine biologists versus real estate. I mean, neither of those are bad. So like what exactly is her gripe? What exactly is she upset about?
Yeah, I don't know. Most people lie about being in real estate because it sounds fancy, or they would lie about being a marine biologist because it sounds fancy. I don't know that either people holding either job would lie when they already have the fancy job title. That's like saying he said he lied about being a lawyer when he actually a doctor. It don't make sense.
But yeah, see that's what I'm confused about, because she said nothing. She looked the dude up and nothing came back about him being a marine biologist, but something came back about him being in real estate. So like, okay, so I mean, either way, he makes decent money either way. So what exactly are you upset about? You mad that he lied? I mean, even if he lied, I mean, personally, that's information you should find out upon, talking and, possibly getting to know the person. Because, I don't know, just speaking for myself, I mean, I wouldn't want everybody all in my damn business like that, quite honestly. I mean, I'll go on Kendrick Dree show and just lie my ass off, make myself look good.
Yep, but see, you risk the chance of getting exposed by this young lady. Let's get into it. Let's see how she exposes people. Oh, don't crucify you like you crucifying him. Okay.
Two
But it
hours
was
and all,
weird
and she don't
because
even
he
remember his
never
name?
Yeah, yeah. She said.
like
My bad, y'all. I was muted. She's acting like she's giving people advice and stuff, but she didn't find out anything. She can't even quite put her finger on what her actual issue is. She says she put the number in, the number didn't come back to anything. Why? Because this is the future. I don't know you, crazy lady. I'm gonna give you an internet number. Oh my God.
As far as you know, that number could have came back to like Text Plus or something. It probably wasn't even an actual Sprint or T-Mobile, Verizon. It probably wasn't even a real phone number.
Yeah, people act like guys don't try to protect themselves. As well too. You got women out here set you up to get robbed and shit, tell people where you live and stuff like that, man. A lot of guys will use internet number and women too. I mean, if you try to look it up, the number is not going to tell you anything. Like that whole trick of people like, oh, I'm gonna get your number and find out everything about you. Not all the time.
True, you're not.
Yeah. But the Kendra cousins about to get her together. She this girl. Did she literally just say that?
So she doesn't even know if her information is accurate. Boy, I tell you, our people, boy.
I'm gonna assault your and ruin your character online. But if I'm wrong, just forgive me for it. I'm sorry.
Wow. Then she doing it to a New Orleans cat too. So, baby, your head might be on the chopping block if this backfires.
It's okay. She's from Chicago, and I actually got two examples of these Kendra. Both of the women are from Chicago, so.
Oh God. Enough said.
Shout out to Fernando. Appreciate you coming through. Sometimes I don't know how well the conversation went. Sometimes people share multiple pictures just through a link. You can open up a temporary link and just send it to somebody, and they can see what all the pictures they want. Like, hey, this is who I am. Versus sending you one or two pictures, which is probably what he was doing.
Right. But I'm on Kendra's side with that. Like, you sat on the phone with this person for 2 hours, and apparently it was after you did your little research, quote unquote. But you didn't bother to question the gentleman about that at that point in time. But now you want to come and try to, and I use the word slander very loosely, but you come on a live platform to try to slander the dude without actually confirming any of the damn information that you, quote unquote, stated that you looked up.
No, I think it's definitely slander. Essentially, what she was doing is and women typically do this. Um, they come back on to put out that warning to all the other women, stay away from this guy. So she's marked him undateable in the app. If Kendra has a dating app, they have this kind of socializing going on, this social construct of dating within this community of the Kendra G. This is why Kendra G is able to get information so fast when she's on the show, because you got the Kendra cousins and the other people that watch the show all the time. These people know these characters. That's why when she was trying to think of the name, the audience probably was in the chat giving Kendra the name and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
so
she got
when
some
when
loyal
someone
viewers.
comes on to this platform, and mind you, everybody that dates has to have an account on the app. They have to be on the app. They can't give any other information like their Instagram or nothing. You got to meet these people on the app or whatever. So, or just through the show. When somebody comes on there and throws that on you, it somewhat is going to affect you. When dating through that media, the same way it would affect a woman if a guy got on there and said, yeah, she gave it up easy. It kind of sends that signal to the rest of the man, you know?
Yeah, Yeah, I definitely see your point with that.
Yeah, that she's open for business.
Yeah, I feel like old girl really had some
That
audacity doing that.
the bottom line.
Yeah, she insane. Let me see.
So remember when your girl said that she looked up Buddy information and nothing came back about him being a marine biologist, but he was a real estate investor, and she felt like that was giving off scammy vibes.
Oh, you talking about his name?
Yeah, like wouldn't
His name on the
his
show is Young.
his name is Young Investor? Why would you not believe he's a real estate investor at that point?
And I don't think real estate investor is something you have to do all the time. People say real estate investor. I mean, I have my brother. You just could give him the money. When he'll let you know, like, hey, he's getting this house. You can give him the money, and he'll give you a return on your money. Technically, you're a real estate investor, but you're not really
Right.
doing. Not,
Well,
not,
well, I mean, yeah, I understand the process, but she was making it seem as if he was, she was making it seem as if dude was scamming or something like that. But you shouldn't have been surprised when you saw whether it been real estate investor or auto investor, like he just go buy cars from the car auction or something like that. Like the fact that investor is in his name online, like that should have been a clue to something.
she clearly is a person that doesn't pay attention
Clearly.
at all. Shout out to Mr. Fernando, Mr. Original, and Mr. B Most 21. Appreciate y'all coming through. Thumbs up, like the video. Yeah.
Baby.
And unfortunately, uh you got put out there as a scammer, my brother. Oh, I don't know if y'all can read the post. It says here, this from his Instagram. Young investor underscore 1994. It's been a long and challenging journey. I've put in a lot of work, stress, time, and money. I had to make a lot of sacrifices to get here. There were times when I considered giving up, but I'm happy. I was blessed to have good friends in my corner that kept pushing me. This is just the first step of many for me to achieve my ultimate goal of financial freedom. Stay tuned. 100. Uh, and shout out to Kendra for putting that up for him. Because if that girl says she paid that money to do a background check, surely she could have easily seen this. Because there's a lot of people out there say they educated. They ain't posting their graduation. You never see it.
Never see it.
And even on that, it's young investor.
Young investor, but was confused when she saw that he was an investor in real estate.
And then she said it was some different name. What do you mean? Most people don't use their legal name, um, as like their Instagram thing or something like that.
I, I have yet to meet a person whose Instagram handle is their real name. I have yet to meet a person. I
Some
have
people
not
who are
met
like
one yet.
public figures who everybody knows where they at anyway. They know where they live. They know, they know all their businesses out there. They don't care. Their name is their brand at that point. But outside of that, most people don't think to do that. They come up with like, who am I? I'm young investor. Ooh, yeah, I like that. That's gonna be my name.
But yet she was confused by it. That's that is crazy. That is crazy. So despite this dude being, for the most part, what every woman normally, say they want and look for, it still attracted someone like that.
And it's scary because I mean, a pretty young lady. She's what he asked for, the fit and thing like that. She looks a little crazy where I pause it at, but uh, well, she kind of look crazy no matter where I pause it.
I mean, she's very pretty, but the vibe she gives me is the keying your car and flattening your tires vibe for some reason.
Yeah, but
That's the vibe I'm getting from her.
the crazy ones are the best though.
Ah, yeah, I don't need flashbacks, bro. Let's not. Moving right along. Moving right along.
I prepared some warnings, um, just in case. It's just examples of how the online thing affects people differently. Even like with me doing YouTube and I do videos on people, I try even not to be disrespectful. Even if somebody's doing something I think is horrible, I try to be a respectful person, even with reporting on the news or like this video of this young lady. I'm going to say what she did was wrong, but I'm not going to go over and out to call out her name and do the same thing I'm telling her she shouldn't do. You know what I mean? So because people take public embarrassment differently, putting their
A
personal
murder
information out
suicide
there.
rocks the Windy City when a man kills his ex-wife after she discusses their divorce on TikTok.
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it.
Officials
All right. And in this case, this lady's discussing her own business on the internet.
A murder-suicide rocks the Windy City when a man kills his ex-wife after she discusses their divorce on TikTok.
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it.
Officials say 29-year-old Sonia Khan was shot and killed on July 18th by her ex-husband, 36-year-old Raheel Ahmed. Investigators say Ahmed drove 11 hours from his home in Georgia to Khan's Chicago
God
condo.
damn.
As first responders approached the scene, investigators say Ahmed turned the gun on himself. In a statement to Law and Crime Network, Chicago police said both were discovered unresponsive, with gunshot wounds to the head. This comes after a series of TikToks posted by Khan went semi-viral as she opened up about her relationship and divorce. In one TikTok, Khan wrote, quote, "Going through a divorce as a South Asian woman feels like you failed at life sometimes. The way the community labels you, the lack of emotional support you receive, and the pressure to stay with someone because what people say is isolating. It makes it harder for women to leave marriages that they shouldn't have been in to begin with." Other videos show Khan providing support, saying, quote, "You are not a failure because your marriage did not work out." More TikToks depict Khan seemingly enjoying the single life. Police in Georgia say Ahmed's family reported him missing, saying he was depressed and likely went to salvage the marriage. Friends of Khan say the divorce was finalized back in May. Officials say Khan was pronounced dead at the scene, while Ahmed was pronounced dead at Northwestern Hospital. A weapon was recovered at the scene, and the incident is still under investigation. For the latest developments in this case and all things true crime, stay with Law and Crime Network.
That was crazy. You see, even in situations like with you have a woman, which you seek public support, but at the same time you're discussing something. You don't know people's mental state, and you have to be careful. In this woman's situation, she probably was just going more so for public support, and the guy just perceived it as public humiliation. Doesn't seem like that's what she was doing, though. You know, but you gotta be careful.
Yeah, I can see why Buddy probably saw that as, some type of public embarrassment. I mean, like something like that should be, that should be kept private. Like I mean, that's your bedroom, that's your personal life, that's your household. Like sometimes just shut up. I mean, you can have your social media, you can be internet famous, but when it comes to your living conditions, your lifestyle, or, what it is that's going on with your family and stuff, just shut up. Because clearly, Buddy had a bone to pick with her. That boy drove 11 hours. He definitely had a bone to pick with her.
And can we be honest?
Let's go.
When you break up with somebody, and it's something I'm just telling for the women out here, the best thing you can do is look bad. Did you see her? She glowed up after him. She walking around all on the internet,
Nah, nah.
making him miss her even more. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the Tiana Taylor ex. You think he's happy to see her look all amazing like that?
Oh hell no, no, not at all.
She looked 10 times better than when she was with him. Don't nobody want to see that shit.
You better look just as sad as me. Go sit your behind on a couch in a fetal position and not bathe for a few days. Like you just need to look bad.
Yeah, man, smear your makeup, man. Look like you just got done crying, man. Because these people are, and I'm not making fun of that lady that died or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, in regular life, you get mad when your ex looks better because we interpreted that if you look bad afterwards, oh look, see, God punishing you. God don't like ugly, right?
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
what does it mean? What does it mean when they look better though? And they're doing better and they're achieving more things. You're like, oh my God, was I the bad
In,
person in the
in that
relationship?
in that man's mind, yeah, like you said, he was probably thinking like, was I actually the problem? And like, damn, she out here glowing and carrying on. Like, damn, did she rebound that quick? So like it's multiple different things.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's another thing. Then you pop up with like a with like somebody new, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, they must have been with that person the whole time.
The
The whole
whole
time they was
time.
with
Yep.
that person. How did they find somebody so fast?"
You had this person in your back pocket. Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah. I I got another one. I don't think I'm gonna play all of it. This girl is wild and crazy, but she was talking, and I mean, she's another girl from Chicago. I mean, she is hilarious and funny. She got personality. I just thought what she was doing was a little risky. I think she's from Chicago and she's tough, so she'll be okay. But I think I don't know. I'll let you see it. I just thought it was like a little weird some of the things she was saying. She wasn't wrong with because she was on the Kendra G show. She's doing an update. And so she's not wrong for coming back and reporting, but I think she said some things like you didn't have to say all of that.
Oh, okay. That sounds like it's about to go left.
Yeah, this girl is funny because the first time she came on the show, she fell out the damn chair. So she just yelled out this man government name. That's the
She
first
said that
point.
boy named Sean Platinum. What the hell?
Yeah, I guess she's saying the name that he's known by. So I'm like, okay, here we go with the exposure. It's so she's doing all this blasting. You see?
Definitely TMI. That's too much information. She kind of got me with the she don't want a busy man. Like, I mean, you're upset that he got so many businesses, but the moment he doesn't have a business, he'll be called broke. He'll be called a bum. He'll be called lazy. You get your man that has multiple businesses and fairly busy. You don't want him. How can we
Yeah, I
make y'all
think it
happy?
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
I don't get it. To coming online, say the whole name, say you got a little thing, whatever, and stuff like that to do the embarrassment for something that you should most likely talk about privately.
I mean, one would think. I mean, one would believe, but I mean that's some audacity.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure nobody in that chat, not even Kendra G, even thought to ask her like, how's his size. I'm pretty sure nobody cared.
Yeah, yeah. And you don't and because the thing is, what if it's true and it's something he's been struggling with his whole life and he's
Right.
terribly insecure about it, and you get online and do it to where all these people, thousands and thousands of people see it on the internet. It doesn't come down, and people have to relive it. It's kind of like fighting in school. When I was growing up, wasn't nobody recording no fights. You got in a fight, even if you lost, you had to live with it for maybe 3 days, right?
Yep.
And pretty soon somebody else have another fight and they forget all about yours. Not with the internet. You got to relive it.
Yeah, we're in a bad day and age now with this internet. Everything is saved. Pepper's Farm remembers. The internet remembers.
I'm telling you. And none of this story did she consider, because she said she didn't want a busy guy and she didn't want a little guy. But she's acting like she's offended at him not talking to her. But you didn't want that guy anyway. And did it ever occur to you that maybe he didn't like the sex? I don't think women ever think about that. And he probably felt like, there was no real connection with the intimacy. And I think he probably naturally assumed you didn't want to talk to him anymore. He don't want to talk to you anymore. And y'all would go y'all separate ways. Imagine his surprise getting on the internet and seeing her trying to blast him out. And another thing that doesn't make sense is she says she turned down the flight because she be drinking. You mean to tell me you rather drink and get on the Greyhound than just saying, "Hey, I can't drink tonight because I got to get up early and catch a plane"? I've been on the Greyhound before. It is a horrible experience. It's only fun if it's like you and a group of your friends when y'all young and y'all like together as a team.
Luckily, I've never been on a Greyhound, but I've heard, I mean, like you said, I've heard from multiple other people that the Greyhound experience sucks. But the fact that she couldn't put down a glass or put down a bottle for just not even 24 hours, for just 12 hours, and be able to get up on time and catch your flight, accountability is their kryptonite.
Yeah. And her thing didn't make sense because she said she missed the flight for that day. She said she didn't want to catch the flight because she didn't want to get up early because she be drinking. And she said, plus, if she take the Greyhound that left out 11 o'clock, 11:30 that night, she get to spend more time with him. Do you think she would have spent more time with him leaving at 11:30 p.m. that night or 6 a.m. the next day?
I'm more than positive, if my math is mathing, I'm more than sure she would have been able to spend more time with him catching that flight the next day.
Yeah.
I'm more than sure.
Cause she
I could
would
be
have
wrong.
got,
I could be wrong.
yeah, because she would have been able to eat some dinner with him again and then lay down and go to sleep together and cuddle and then just wake up early and go catch the flight.
And then another one of the things I don't understand is um, Atlanta Airport is one of the busiest airports in the nation. Um, so you couldn't catch that 6:30 in the morning flight. You mean to tell me there wasn't one at 10? There wasn't one at noon? I don't frequent too many hotels, but the hotels that I've personally been to, Checkout is usually 9, 10, 11 o'clock, something like that. So you had time to get another flight, ma'am. A later flight.
She probably didn't like none of the layovers is most likely what she didn't like. And what she's saying doesn't make sense because and that other one had a big layover. The Greyhound is one miserable stank ass horrible layover. It's just
Just
nothing but drug addicts, people with mental problems. You might get stabbed. I almost got
that more
stabbed on the
sense you might
Greyhound.
get that.
I did. I almost got stabbed on the Greyhound because I got on the Greyhound, and it was me and the guys that I just got went out to this trucking company. They bring you out on the Greyhound, right? This is a long time. It's probably over. Shit, I'm getting old. It's probably over 15 years ago. This is when I first started, and so it was went to my seat. In front of me there was, you got the double seats, and all it was just bags and like clothes, like somebody's like book bag, clothes and luggage and stuff like that, right? And I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't see anybody there. But that person, I said, man, the person who have their stuff in the seat, they just left the seat reclined, but there's nobody sitting in the seat reclining. So I was trying to get the seat to go up a little bit so that I could sit comfortably, right? And I feel like the seat is like the back of the seat in front of me is up on me, right? I'm trying to get the damn thing to go forward, but it's jammed, the thing that makes it recline. Finally, I pop it, and when I pop it, it makes the seat snap like this, pop, right? It makes the seat snap. So because it made the seat snap. Hold on, my bad. I'm trying to switch the view. So it made the seat snap, right? And it kind of made me jump, but I didn't think nothing of it. So I turned around. I'm talking to the people I met at the job who are now like my friends. Now, when you're young, you make friends fast. So I'm talking to them, blah, 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 blah. I hear a voice in the back of my head says, "Why did you do that?" I'm like, huh? And they are pointing behind me like, man, turn around. I turn around and there's this lady standing there. She's got her fist clenched up like this and stuff. I don't know what she got in her hand and stuff, but she's like, got her fist. She's like, "Why did you do that?" And I'm like, huh? I like, do what? Apparently, under all them bags and clothes was this small woman that I could not see. She had her head was bandaged up and everything like that. Um One of the guys I was with stepped in between us, backed up and tried to explain, like, ma'am, he didn't know. Finally, somebody called my name and said, "Hey man, just come sit back here by me." And so I went and sat back by them, and they like separate. But she was going crazy. And I don't like hit or beat up no woman. It was just a crazy experience. Long story short, she had been shot in the head. And so
What the?
when I popped the seat, apparently it popped her in her head. I did
Oh
not know
my
she was under
God.
that at all. I swear it looked like just somebody had a book bag and had a coat over it, but she was small. Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, I've been on a flight layover before, going to the Bahamas once, and it was nothing. I mean, we sat there for a few hours. I mean, the pilot took a nap basically for the most part, and the new pilot showed up, and I mean, if you want to call it a lay, it was probably about 5 or 6 hours, something like that. But I would welcome that compared to possibly being stabbed by somebody who got shot in the damn head. I would welcome it.
Yeah, she wasn't in her right mind, man. She was on She was very much just highly medicated and everything like that, understandably. But it's all kind of different people you see on there. I've been on there, and it was I've run into people I know on there, and they was moving things on there. you know,
Yeah, that's
they were
wild.
shipping. They were in shipping and receiving, and
Yeah, that's wild. Enough for the FBI to come stop your damn bus, and now you gotta wait 12 hours while they rip the damn bus apart.
and I'm sitting next to this person, and I'm just like, oh shit.
Bruh.
I felt like
Bruh.
Jada's. I felt like Karate Kid. I want to go home. It's a miserable experience.
You should have did like Dorothy and clapped your heels together 3 times. I wish I was home.
It's miserable. Who would pick Greyhound over a plane? It is
Man,
horrible.
your girl a trip.
Horrible.
Your girl a trip. I would have just set my alarm for like 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. Man, I'm making sure I catch that 6 o'clock flight. I'm not getting on no damn Greyhound. You couldn't pay me to catch a Greyhound hotel. I don't care. You couldn't pay me.
Man, Chicago ain't that damn far. I would load up a horse before I get on Greyhound. I get a horse and buggy before I get on Greyhound. It is horrible. I've done it quite a few times. It is horrible.
If it was that serious, she would have been better off just renting a car and just driving if she didn't want to make that flight, as opposed to getting on a Greyhound. What she said,
Yeah,
30 something hours.
yeah, and people, they're making stops along the way. That is a long ways of like on the Greyhound,
I couldn't do it. You couldn't pay me to do that.
Atlanta to Chicago. They making multiple stops, and then you gotta wait for everybody to get off the bus. People get off the bus, and you gotta wait for everybody to get on the bus. People standing around talking. It's like a high school field trip with strangers. It is
Yeah,
not fun. It is not cool. It is horrible.
that's the best comparison of a Greyhound I ever heard. It's like a high school field trip with adults, with strangers. That's the
Yes,
best
with
analogy for a Greyhound
strangers.
I've heard.
The only time, and I'm saying because she's a grown woman and a mom, the only way Greyhound is cool is when you're young. You don't care. When you're a teenager or something like that, you kind of still eat off the floor. But when you get to a certain age, you don't even eat leftovers like that. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, I didn't put that in the fridge quick enough. Like you're not as risky anymore. You don't even want to too much fuck with the electric scooters downtown because you like, oh man, I might fall and break something, right? Greyhound is risky. People don't get on there when they got a choice to take a plane. They don't, unless they're just
No,
terribly afraid of flying.
yeah, I can attest to that. Me and my wife get into it all the time. Like the food wasn't put up fast enough. I'm not eating that shit. I take my kids. They go to the skating ring every now and then. Daddy, you skating? No, I'm not. I'm not skating and dying. No, it's not happening. I'm 6'2", 240 pounds. I have a long way to go. If I fall, I'm not getting. I'm not doing it.
Everything looked like danger, and she's on here. This woman comes on the show trying to blast the guy. This guy said he flew you out, paid for it, then says, hey, I'll fly you, whatever happened, she missed the flight. He's trying to take care of her. And she's like, nah, just put me on the Greyhound. Like,
She got a good time for that one there. No
I don't
sir.
know. I don't know if I would take somebody seriously anymore if they say I'm okay with getting on the Greyhound.
Say, bro, catching a Greyhound seems like it could be a life changing event. I'm not for it. I'm
I
good.
don't feel like you got any self-respect if you take because she's not afraid of planes. So, but she chose the Greyhound over the plane because she took a plane out there. Like, no. And to say, oh, you couldn't put the liquor down for one night to get up early, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. I'll play
And
a
then
little
that
bit.
says a lot. That says a lot about her liquor discipline too. Cause like you, you mean to tell me you drank so little in your life to where you can't control your drunkenness enough to where you can get up the next morning?
You can't.
I used to be a functioning alcoholic, bro. I used to drink, bro. I used to go through a bottle in just a couple days or something. Like I still went to work like nothing was happening.
But it's like who needs to be sober to catch a plane? I just get on the plane drunk. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I told my wife multiple times, bro. If you trying to put me on the plane, I have to be intoxicated. I will not get on the plane with you, with you or anybody. I do not trust planes. I like taking a cruise. I like driving. You know what I'm saying? At least that's some part of my life I can control. At least I know how to swim. But a plane, nah. If something happens with that, you're dead. you're just gonna die.
Speaking of
I'm good.
boats,
I'm
before I
good.
get on a Greyhound, I will get a little riverboat and I was study the maps of little bodies of water and find a way to Chicago before I ever get back on the damn
Now that's
Greyhound.
just now that's just diabolical right there. that's
Exactly.
that's just diabolical.
I will use little river systems and chart my way back to where I need to go. I don't care. It might be a 3-part plan. I might have to use a vehicle hitchhiking. Somebody get me to the river. Then use the
Change
boat.
it.
Take the
Change your name
channels
to
as
Chris.
much as I can. I might have
Change
to.
your name to Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, I might have to get on a horse part way, but I ain't gonna get on a Greyhound. It ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. I just ain't gonna go. Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, she'll trip for that one now.
I did my time. I ain't gonna do no more. Let's see what this. I got another example. It's from an old story, but I looked up this old story and it reminded me of her of what she's
TMI.
but if it's short, it's a you. Never mind.
If it's just straight, that would.
I don't need to make jokes about that.
That was too easy.
You know what? But some of this, if you look at her behavior on the show, it's really performative. I think she's hilarious. I think she's just trying to be like a social media personality and stuff because she is naturally funny and shit. And
Yeah,
I
she got
think
the energy for it.
I think most of what she's doing is just performative. I don't even know if she really means it, and she damn sure don't stand on it because she obviously, even though that guy was busy or whatever, I can see that really wasn't that important to her because she still wanted to talk to him afterwards. I just think he didn't want to talk to her no more. Maybe, something she did maybe made him be like, yeah, I'm straight on her. But she
Yeah, or
clearly
maybe
liked him.
she just, or maybe over the course of their little time they spent together, maybe she just kind of became annoying.
Yeah, if you put too much, if you don't know how to turn it off, the personality, like all that, sometimes people want to chill. You know what I mean? I can see that in her that she don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah, clearly she don't. Yeah, I feel the same way. She don't know how to turn that shit off.
Let's not skip over that. Shout out to her and him for that. I was in a clubhouse room one time. They was like, "Oh man," it was like diabolical. Do you care about a woman's body count? And they got mad at me for saying this. I said, "Y'all worry so much about body count. Nobody ever brings up test results. You can sleep
Oh,
with it.
they're not. Oh, they're
Yeah,
not gonna bring up test results. They're not gonna bring that up at all.
Yeah, what does it matter how many people a person slept with? You need to be worried about test results. You ain't gonna really know anyway. A woman can lie, tell you anything. A man, anybody can lie to you. How many people say, "Ah, man, I only slept with 3 people." You don't know.
I hate those body count conversations because, like you said, like people naturally lie about stuff like that. You'll never, bro. There's no way you can know anybody's body count, and for that to really be the cusp of anybody's conversation, that just shows me how shallow you are.
It definitely does, and that's why I do like that part that they went. I don't know. I think he gonna hit her up after. I would think he would hit her up after this. She's not dragging him too bad. I just think the saying his name and the little thing comment is just out of line.
Yeah, she is doing a little, just a tad bit too much. Like the penis talk and like I said, I think she just became annoying after a while, and Buddy was just kind of like, I'm good.
Yeah. It is a creative tactic, chase the other women away, so therefore he would be forced to come back to her.
And then talking
Mm-mm.
about body count, yeah, I mean, I'm glad they got tested, but you done slept with this dude, his size and all that junk, and now, baby girl, you just got another body under your belt, truthfully. But that's what
Oh yeah.
normally happens with it. That's what normally happens with adults, though. So, man, that
Yeah.
body count conversation can go so many different ways.
Yeah, that. Mm. Well, I'm done with that. I think it's extremely. Here's another thing: people don't give themselves any damn time, like to say, "Oh, I haven't spoken to somebody. It's only been a week." And so now that gets to that awkward point in the show when Kendra G asked, "When's the last time you was intimate with somebody?" Well, it was a week ago.
Right, because
Yeah.
you actively was talking to this person of whom you met on the show, and now and now you're back looking for somebody else.
And here's the thing: sometimes people get upset with each other. Don't jump out the window after a week, man. You got sometime, man. Man, you got people all the time, man. Man, bro, man, where you been, man? I ain't talked to you I ain't talked to you in a couple of weeks. Oh, well, I just felt a little weird because last time we saw each other, you said this. Oh man, I ain't mean nothing about that. You know, why jump out the window and do all this? It's only been a week. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe I just don't be tripping like that.
Yeah, I think that's what. See, because you have common sense. I mean, evidently, common sense isn't common, because that would be the normal way to go about, you know, dating conversations like that. You don't just, unless that person did something that drastic to turn you off in a way. I mean, a week is nothing. Who knows? That person could have been busy with work or something like that within that week's time, and y'all just kind of fell off. But you can easily pick back up. It's not like y'all wasn't talking for a month.
I know that's crazy. I know that the Prince of Petty will know this next story because one of our favorite YouTubers did this story.
Oh
Um,
Lord.
yeah. Today's show is about public humiliation, seeking justice through social media, and how you should never try to expose or publicly embarrass someone because doing so can have unpredictable and potentially dangerous consequences. People don't all react the same way to being shamed. And some may respond with aggression, legal actions, or retaliation that puts you in harm's way. Public humiliation can push someone emotionally over the edge, especially if they're already dealing with personal struggles you know nothing about. Even if your intentions are rooted in a sense of justice, the method of exposure can backfire. backfire, leading to chaos, conflict, or even violence that could have been avoided. What's worse is that if you haven't done the proper research or verified your facts, you risk destroying someone's reputation based on false information. Once something is made public, it's hard to undo the damage, even if you're wrong. In a world where rumors spread fast and truth comes second to sensation, acting recklessly could not only harm the person you're targeting, but also ruin your own credibility. It's always wiser to approach situations with caution, gather the full story, and handle conflicts privately when possible. You never know who you're really dealing with or what kind of storm you might provoke. Another thing you might affect is the people around the person that you are embarrassing. We see that with public figures, and when we look at their children, like P. Diddy's children would no doubt suffer because of what he's going through publicly, right?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, which they don't have a choice in that. That's legal stuff. You gotta, if somebody's accused and you have evidence, you gotta take them to trial in court and stuff like that. That's understandable. But you have people putting people and their children and family and loved ones through things that are not the law. They're just people who just so happen to get on the internet, say something crazy about you. It goes viral, and now you have this person, and there's no, it's like it's no leash on the thing. It's just running wild. And if you see things in court, like that's why they have things where, hey, there's no recording in court. They have these rules so that, to try to keep these things from getting too wild and too crazy, right? Think about if you have somebody that's just some regular person doing it on the internet, it goes crazy. There's no boundaries when it comes to that. You gonna know this one. Press. Here we go.
Metro Police now are trying to get to the bottom of a shooting and a violent car crash that killed a woman there on the scene.
It happened this morning at 30th and Lafayette. That's on the northwest side of Indianapolis.
Our crime reporter Steve Jefferson has been there all day long talking to witnesses there. He also has the surveillance video showing exactly what happened this morning. Steve?
Police believe this all started with gunfire 2 blocks north of this intersection. They are looking at video in this case as part of the investigation. This video shows the violent crash Tuesday morning involving a shooting victim on Indy's northwest side. You can see a driver speeding down Lafayette Road before slamming into another driver waiting in the turn lane.
It spun it at least 3 times, and it hit the Camaro. It hit the Altima. So when he gets out the car in one piece, which I was very surprised, he runs over to the Camaro to make sure she was all right.
Inside the car, officers found a woman who had been shot prior to crashing.
We have one confirmed adult female who has been shot. She was transported to the hospital and she succumbed to her injuries there and passed away at the hospital.
Paramedics transported a man from another car in serious condition. Witnesses who saw it all told us they're sick and tired of Indy's violent crime wave.
We need to stop it and go back to days when people took care of each other, watched over each other.
People who recognize the shooting victim's car believe a controversial social media post is all to blame.
They show different things. They put different things on there that should not be on social media.
Crime lab workers will help piece together all of the evidence as homicide investigators put together what led to the deadly shooting and crash. On the Crime Beat, I'm Steve Jefferson.
Steve, thank you. Meanwhile, tonight, Metro Police have not made any arrests or released any information about possible suspects in that case. Once they get that information to us, we'll, of course, pass it along to you.
Well, dozens of loved ones releasing balloons into the night sky tonight for a woman who was targeted in a shooting.
Janae Waffield was also involved in a multi-car crash on the west side yesterday. Wish TV's Dan Klein was there as her 2 daughters were among those gathering tonight to remember her memory.
Yeah, loved ones tell me Janae Waffield was loving, caring, liked to have a good time. But it's what she posted on social media 24 hours before her death that's so chilling.
Chased me out of there. They were trying to kill me. God, they tried to kill me. So anything happened to me?
Oh, wow.
Family and friends gathered about 2 hours ago in the parking lot of Municipal Gardens at 19th and Lafayette to say a prayer and release a number of brightly colored balloons into the air. Now, Janae was 40 years old. She would have turned 41 on St. Patrick's Day. Next month, that is. She was killed yesterday about a mile and a half away at West 30th in Lafayette. Now, she was the driver there in the yellow Camaro. She died at the hospital yesterday. Police aren't sure if it was the shooting or the crash that killed her. Janae's daughters, Beyonce and Jayla, were too upset to share their thoughts with me tonight, but they stood on either side of their cousin as she remembered her aunt.
I just want to say I'm going to miss her so much. I love her so much. I love you so much. It's messed up. She had to go like this.
Now, police have not given any information about the person they think is the shooter or a possible motive, but again, tell us the shooting was targeted. They're also not commenting if social media played a role in the killing. China Chestnut tells me she's confident detectives will be able to find the killer. She says an arrest will not heal their pain, but it will help them feel better and have some peace.
Thank God, because they chased me out of there. They were trying to kill me.
All right, you catching on?
Oh, I'm catching on. And the messed up part about it is, I remember that social media post, and I was unaware of the update. I didn't know she got.
Oh, you didn't know she got. Yes. This is the
Yeah, I
woman,
didn't know she got.
the woman who the story was, I guess she was saying where she left, she came back and caught the two men together. So she went to Facebook Live and exposed them, for being with each other.
Uh-huh.
And those guys, got her.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah. It's it was crazy, man. It's that they're trying to expose people on the social media that need is very, very, very dangerous, trying to expose people in
Views and
that way.
clicks.
Yeah, because in many ways it just destroys people's reality, man. You just never know what they're going to do, because people fight you over the simplest things on the internet. You couldn't even have been talking directly to them or about them, and they'll just disagree with your opinion and they want to hurt you. I've been threatened online before for having a difference of opinion.
We see it every day on Clubhouse, bro.
That's insane. Who is this from? Oh, this is Neek at Night. I'll go ahead and subscribe. Hopefully she don't mind me using some of her video. I'm gonna just play a little bit of it. Shout out to her. It's Neek at Night, NIQUE at AT, and then Night NITE. Go over there and subscribe. And she got her Instagram and Facebook right there.
Y'all, they tried to kill me. So anything happened to me, y'all know they tried to kill me today. So I just grabbed my phone. I was like, so I jump in, start running. I done jump back in my car. Remember I told you I parked up by the door, right? So I get in my fucking car. And as I'm back in there, I'm like, hey, you motherfuckers, y'all better come up off some money. Y'all be talking that big money. Give me a couple of bands or something now. I say, if you don't cash at me in the next hour, I'm telling the whole city what the fuck's going on.
On February 17, 2020, a woman by the name of Janae out of Indianapolis took to social media to make an exposed video alleging a man that she had previously been intimate with was with another man. Now, she took to social media and basically said she had left the house, came back, and found this man being intimate with another man. And since they didn't pay her to be quiet, she was going to expose them.
We were doing some business, me and this dude. Now, I'm going to tell you, he did give me some head way back a long time ago. Long time ago, I was doing some business with this nigga, right? Hold boom, I grabbed what I came to get or whatever. He's like, come on over here to my uncle's house or whatever. Boom. Familiar with your uncle's house, had been over there before once or twice or something like that. You know what I mean? So I had grabbed whatever, but I'm in a rush because I got to get back to the shop or whatever, you know, or whatnot. So boom, I'm riding down the street. I'm damn near to the tire shops on 16th Street. I'm like, I don't have my phone. So I start calling my phone and I start calling his phone and when nobody answering on my shop phone. I got a little flip. That's my shop phone, right? So, girl, yeah. So I'm on my little shop flip phone and I'm like, boom, calling my cell phone, calling his phone. Ain't want nobody answer. So I'm like, damn. So now I done got back over there. I done parked right up by the front door though. Thank God, because they chased me out of there. They was trying to kill me. Oh my God. My stomach hurts. My stomach hurts. When I walked in there, y'all, what I seen with my own two eyes. Hold on. Thank God my phone was sitting on the table right there by the door. I swung that door, but I said, oh. And I couldn't even talk. The words. I couldn't get the words out of my mouth, right? So I'm like, I'm trying to breathe. I'm like, and I just looked down and see my phone. I snatched my phone. I said, if you don't cash at me in the next hour, I'm telling the whole goddamn city what the fuck's going on. I told him just cash at me 5 bands. That's all. Shit, you in a $50,000 truck. I can't get 5 bands.
This video where she exposed all of these things took place on February 17th. And by 9:30.
There you have it. I don't want to be disrespectful and play the whole video. Which is weird because I do it to the bigger channels. But
let me be disrespectful.
I mean, I do it to like when I say like the biggest, I mean like the news and stuff. She has a big channel and stuff like that, but I don't want to use all that stuff. But because I think she got a bigger channel than mine. But
my thing is how you extort the dude and the family is upset that you got and they don't know if social media had anything to do with it. Come on, be for real.
That's the part, you know, most people say, well, they killed her for what she saw, but I don't get the whole, like, if they're chasing and stuff, because she still had time to threaten blackmail. You know, I don't get that part. Bottom line is this: stay away from trying to expose people and on this internet, trying to receive your justice because you feel slighted. And to be quite honest with you, just because you saw something you didn't agree with, just because somebody does something, you have the ability to walk away and that person no longer be a part of your life. Why does that person need to be destroyed simply because you don't agree with something that they're doing? The whole world must turn against them. This whole world must go against them. I don't know why people think that. I don't know why people believe that. I think that's unfair, and I think it's wrong. I think most of the time, I don't think anything happened to you most of the time, but it's still, you gotta live with on your conscience that you destroyed somebody simply because you didn't like them for whatever reason. Shout out to Blake Turner. I don't know how you thought to do that. YouTube retracted it, so YouTube could tell what you were drawing. That is creative. I never thought about doing the number 8 with the lines and the arrow. I'm going to be using that in other Clubhouse chats, so I'm going to steal that from you.
Fill me in. I might be kind of retarded, but what does that mean?
He put the number 8 with the lines, and YouTube retracted it. Hold on. I think I can still show it for a thing. Hold on. But did you see it?
Nah, but I can access the comments from okay, I see what he did.
Yeah.
I'm at the troll some people clubhouse with that one.
Oh yeah, you can see it stuff because you in this is our studio, but the on the actual YouTube they don't they retract it and let it go. Yeah. So man, I'm trying to see. I think we're about done with this. You want to try to do you think the Jubilee they let I think they'll let me stream. I think I have streamed it before one of these. And I don't think they said nothing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if it wouldn't be a problem if you like stream it and we stopped I guess talk about some of the people's statements and stuff like that. I don't see that to be a problem because it wouldn't be plagiaristic. It wouldn't be plagiarizing at that point because it'll be used for fair use at that juncture.
Oh, okay, cool. Which one you want to do? The
Oh man,
only
either one. Both of them suckers took me for a loop. Either one.
I didn't watch the male feminist one because the other ones I watched them 2-3 times. Like literally, they had the other ones I watched like 2-3 times. The male feminist I didn't get to watch that one.
Oh, we could do the male feminist one because I didn't watch either one of them, so either way it's gonna be a surprise to me. Like I told you on Clubhouse, but just the name of it was shocking to me. I was like, damn, they actually had the guts to talk about this. Good lord.
Because the other one was the LGBT right thing.
Yeah, the other one was LGBT. Yeah.
Oh. That one was funny. That one was hilarious. Yeah, that one was hilarious. You do it, man. You just pick one.
Let's do the LGBT because I'm pretty sure there's male feminists that's out here as opposed to the people on that Jubilee video. But the delusion that I'm assuming probably took place in that LGBT video is probably of an epic proportion.
All right, cool. All right, y'all. And let's see. Prince, don't click off. I'm gonna see if you can stay on. I'm about to end this video. Shout out to everybody that came through. Thanks for the thumbs up, the likes, the subscribes. Appreciate you all. If you're watching this on the replay or right now, you are much appreciated. Thank you for the support. Everybody that got into the comment section, appreciate you all. Thank you all. First I wanted to show you something because things are not always what it seems. And I want everybody to know that.
The entitlement of these white people parking in these handicapped spots.
Wow. Just wow. I got nothing. Just wow.
Fuck you. Fuck you too. You acting like you ain't black. I'll never be one of you motherfucking.
Oh wow. Oh snap.
I'll never be one of you. I never.
He said that emphatically. He meant that.
And Buddy Phillips was hurt. He said, man, you acting like you not black. I never been you.
They give me a flashback to Clayton Bigsby and Dave Chappelle.
What are you? I need to find a way to attach. I wanted the technology out because I want to have that as like a soundboard that I plug into my phone that I can just activate at any point in time in any conversation, especially. Well, I know you can do it on Clubhouse, but I just want it like attached to my phone at all times. I'll never be
I'll never be one of you, my nigga.
I'll never be one of you. Oh my god! Oh my god!
That's one of them Clayton Bigsby's.
That's hilarious. Oh my god!
Man, where you found that one?
I just randomly found it.
Fuck you. Fuck you too. You acting like you ain't black. I'll never be one of you motherfucking.
Man,
he was big man too. He meant that. He said that with his chest.
I'll never be one of you. Oh,
he meant every ounce of that.
Oh my god, these people are hilarious. These people are hilarious. The things you see, I love the internet.
Man, I saw a news report earlier that escaped me from like 5 years ago, and I knew nothing about it. But man, if I would have saw that news report, man, I would have been hightailing my ass straight to YouTube talking about that. So apparently, these three knuckleheads was trying to rob this this old white man who lived at home with moms, and it turns out he was I think a Navy veteran or something like that. And he shot and killed all three of them. This happened in somewhere in Georgia 5 years ago.
I know what you're talking about, and the parents was like, where was the why was the dude why did the dude have to shoot them? It was like these were teenagers, they was out in the like middle of the night, and people was like, Tommy did it. He was like, where was the parents at? Like, your teenagers just out at 2-3 in the morning, just gone hanging out all night.
Not just out 2-3 in the morning, they out 2-3 in the morning robbing mother. Bro, the parents even came out and said, had you not fought back, my son would still be here.
They
and
did.
he was just trying to rob you, but you killed him. Like, what? How dare you?
Let me see if I can see it real quick.
Man, that was one of the craziest things I ever heard. Like, what you mean had this man not fought back, your kid would still be here? Man, you ain't crap for raising this fool. Your baby daddy ain't crap for shooting up in you and creating this crazy fool. And I have no sympathy for him. He got what he got.
Let me see. And I believe it happened, about 5 years ago.
I was scared. My ears was ringing. That first shot had my ears ringing.
Asteria Williams told us she hit her bedroom floor when she heard gunshots just feet from her window overnight.
My room is right here. I'm right here by it.
Rockdale County Sheriff's deputies spent hours Monday collecting evidence on White Oak Court after a man who lives in this home shot and killed 3 masked teenagers he confronted on the front lawn.
He's a nice dude. He's a nice, caring dude. If they would have knocked on the door and asked him for anything, he would have gave it to them. He's a nice dude.
Earlier, while investigators worked the scene,
he didn't have to kill them.
Frustration from this group, who wouldn't give their names, but told my colleague Sophia Choi they're related to one of the teens who died.
That's not how it's supposed to go. I understand one shot to stop the people, the victims or whatever, but aggressively to shoot these little teens, that's an overkill. That's too much to handle.
Neighbor Carlos Watson told us the gunfire woke him up. Then a small army of deputies flooded the cul-de-sac within minutes.
Chaos. I moved here from Chicago, so it kind of
put me back into a mindset. I didn't know what was happening initially, and I just wanted to make sure everybody was okay.
And while investigators work to understand exactly what led to the shooting for Asteria Williams,
it's sad. You shouldn't risk your life for nothing like that because you can't get it back. Now they gone and it's sad.
It's not sad at all. It's funny. It's not sad at all. It's funny. They got what they got.
This. That's crazy.
What you mean?
But you know, the
Overkill?
people they asked though, they asked the young, irrational teenagers. Like,
Yeah, clearly, yes.
like,
I was scared.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what they did. Ran up with masks and stuff like that on somebody's porch. Mind you, when this happened, ain't no way in here that man knew those was teenagers. This happened like nighttime. This ain't broad daylight. You see some teenage. Even if I don't know if that would make a difference to anybody anyway. If somebody's run up on you, got a gun. But he didn't know nothing about them being teenagers or nothing, and he's there to protect his mom. And he comes home. Thank God, you know. And I know that's in the back of his mind. Like, thank God he was there that day,
right?
Because he does have to leave.
Right. And from what the news report that I've read, they were not only did they have on masks, but they was trying to kick the dude door in at like 1-2 o'clock in the morning. Why are y'all out this late? Why are y'all wearing masks? I mean, it's clear y'all was just up to no good. Period.
Yeah, they parents wasn't watching them at all for them to be gone. They were teenagers, and matter of fact, it happened during the school week.
Yep.
They weren't even at home in bed to get up in the morning to go to school.
Shit, if they were even going to school and it wasn't just
Oh,
cutting class willy nilly, can't put nothing past them given the fact that y'all out 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning trying to kick people doors in.
you know, that's the unfortunate thing that people don't think about is they'll say, well, like he didn't have to kill them. That man didn't want to kill them. And nobody cares that now that's on his conscience. He had
Right.
to do something that he didn't want to do to protect himself and his mom, and he's got to live with that.
Right. And that didn't even
Now,
take place in the line of duty. Like this man was just at home.
Yeah. Now, mind you, he is military. It could not affect him. Maybe, I guess some people, if you want to believe there's somebody like that, but I don't think that. I think a lot of times people do feel some way about it. That's and they have counseling for people that go through having to kill somebody. So, but people don't think about like this person did not want to kill you. You literally forced their hand. Let me see. What time is it? All right, y'all. We about to end this show. We be right back. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you will be alerted and you can join the show. We're gonna watch a debate on what is it on Jubilee? You know how they do the 20v1? They doing the 1v20 where it's rapid fire questions and debating. They got a timer. They got people on the sideline that vote people out. Hey, you ain't doing a good job. Get out of here. Somebody else's turn. It's very interesting. I like it. As a matter of fact, I watched them and it's so good you'll miss certain things because sometimes when you watch debates in your brain, you start arguing the points. You be like, hold on, I didn't like what they said. They wrong because this, and you'll miss it. So I had to watch it a couple of times to get all the points. But anywho, we will be right back. This is Risky Behavior, ENT with Beware the Messenger and the Prince of Petty, and he is the king of all things petty.
Risky behavior.